Yow, yow, yow. What up, what up, what up, my betting family? We back with another video here at No Limit Bets for the NBA slate of April 4th, 2023. Before we get started, though, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we're about 120 subscribers away from hitting that mark. So I definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. And like I mentioned in previous videos, once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, we're going to be giving away $100 to two of our first 1,000 subscribers. So just be on the lookout for further details on how to enter that giveaway. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. I'm going to be bringing you my top 6 picks for tonight's NBA slate of games. Last time we were here, Sunday's video, we had a rough night as we were only able to go 1-4 in those picks. So we definitely look to bounce back today after a day off yesterday. We definitely look to bounce back today and get back to our winning ways. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into my top 6 picks. For my first pick, I'm going to be going down to the Bulls and Hawks game, and I'm going to be taking DeMar DeRozan over 24.5 points. Now, I know over his last 5 games, he's only averaging 22.8, going over in only one of those 5 games. The one that he did go over was the last game against Memphis. But as you can see, the other previous 4 games, he wasn't able to get it done. 3 of them, he did come close, but ultimately fell short. But tonight against the Hawks, I like this matchup for him as he has gone over in 4 out of his last 5 games against the Hawks, including all 3 previous matchups this season. Now, in those 5 games, he scored 37, 22, 34, 28, and 26. Also, for the season, the Hawks are allowing the 3rd most points per game to opposing power forwards. And over the last 15 games, the Hawks are allowing the 7th most points per game to opposing power forwards and small forwards. So I know after the trade deadline, since they acquired Patrick Beverley, usually their starting lineup is Patrick Beverley, Alex Caruso as their guards. Then they have Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic on their front court. So they're using DeMar DeRozan as their power forward here as of late. So this is why I pulled up the power forward stats. But if you have him as the small forward or they have him as the small forward, he still has a favorable matchup against them, as I just mentioned, with the points allowed to both the power forward and the small forward position. Now, the Bulls currently are a game behind the Hawks for the AC. The Hawks are currently tied with the Raptors for that AC. So definitely see this being a favorable matchup for DeRozan. I also expect him to step up, as I'm pretty sure the Bulls would like to improve their seeding and maybe get a home court advantage for that first play-in game or whatnot. So we're going to be taking DeMar DeRozan over 24.5 points for my first pick. For my second pick, I'm going to be going to the points and rebounds category. I'm going to be going to the Heat and Pistons game. And I'm going to be taking Bam Adebayo over 27.5 points and rebounds. Now, Bam did miss the Heat's last game against the Mavs. So I definitely expect him to come in here fresh and be able to put up, at least 28 points and rebounds against the Pistons. Teams that at this time, they're just pretty much trying to get the best lottery pick that they can get. But these two teams have played twice this season, And in those two games, Bam has hit the over in both of those games, having 36 points and rebounds and 32. Definitely a favorable matchup for Bam here tonight. Also, the Heat are trying to catch up to the Nets for that sixth seed. They're 2 games behind them. So if they want to catch up, they definitely need to start winnings. There's only about 3 or 4 games left, depending on what team we're talking about for the Heat. There's only 4 games left in their season, so they pretty much just have to win out and hope that the Nets lose 3 of those games because the Nets own the tiebreaker against the Heat. So I expect a big game here tonight from Bam to at least get us 28 points and rebounds, and I'm gonna be rocking with him for my second pick. For my third pick, I'm going to go back to the points category, and I'm going to be going down to one of the better games tonight. I'm going to be going to the Philly and Celtics game. I'm going to be taking James Harden over 19 and a half points. Now, I know James Harden here recently has been struggling. I'm not sure if it's due to the injury to his Achilles that's bothering him, or if it's other things going on. But he's only averaging 13 points over his last 5 games, only going over in one of those against Toronto with 23. The other 4 games, he pretty much didn't come close. The closest he came was against Dallas with 15 points. But I like the matchup here tonight. It is a big game against the Celtics, and I expect James Harden to step up. I know sometimes, in the past, he hasn't really stepped up in big games, but I think this season, James Harden has been able to step up in big games. Against the Celtics this season, he's hit this over in all 3 games against them as he scored 35, 26, and 21. Now, another note that I want to point out to you guys, the last time that James Harden score less than 20 points against the Celtics, you have to go all the way back to 2015. So it's been pretty much 10 to 15 games. I'm not really sure the exact amount of 10 to 15 straight games that he's hit the 20-point mark or over against the Celtics. So he definitely plays well against them. And over the last 15 games, the Celtics are allowing the 4th most points per game to opposing point guards. So all in all, this is a big game. I expect Harden to step up and obviously at least get us 20 points. If you guys want to look at other lines, currently they don't have his rebounds and assists together, rebounds plus assists, or his PRA line. They just have his points, rebounds, and assists separately. So if they put him up, if you guys want to have an alternative line or prop to pick, I would definitely lean towards the PRA line. But we're just going to rock with him for my third pick over 19 and a half points. For my fourth pick, I'm going to be going to the rebounds category, and I'm going to be going down to the Pelicans and Kings game. And I'm going to be taking Jonas Valanciunas over 11 and a half rebounds. As you guys can see, he's been killing it here lately. Over his last 5, he's averaging 13.4, going over in 4 out of his last 5 games. There were his last 2 games, he barely just made it over with 12, but a green is a green. The lone miss was against the Warriors with only 9 rebounds. But here tonight against the Kings, being matched up against Sabonis, who pretty much spends most of his time in the paint area, I think Valanciunas should be able to get us the 12 rebounds. Now, he's hit this over in 6 of his last 7 against the Kings, including 2 earlier matchups this season. In those 7 games, he's had 25 rebounds, 13 rebounds, 13 rebounds, 13, 11, 14, and 12. Now, the only miss was right on the hook with 11. So he's been able to grab those boards when facing the Kings here as of late. Also, the Pelicans are tied with the Lakers for the 7th seed and they're a half game behind the fifth seed Clippers and the sixth seed Warriors. Now, the Clippers and Warriors are tied for that fifth seed, so these games here down the stretch are going to be very important, and I expect these players to bring their A game. So I'm going to be taking Jonas Valanciunas over 11 and a half rebounds for my fourth pick. For my fifth pick, I'm going to be going to the PRA category, and I'm going to be going down to another big game tonight. Another high-scoring game, I believe, is going to be the Warriors against OKC. And I'm going to be taking Steph Curry over 41 and a half PRAs. Now, I know over his last five, he's only hit the over in one of those 5 games, averaging 39.6. The one that he did go over was against the Pelicans, where he had 55 PRAs, and he did come close in 2 games against the Spurs and Philly, ending with 40 PRAs in each of those games. But he should have a favorable matchup here tonight against OKC. He has hit this over in both games against OKC this season that he has played them. In those 2 games, he's hit well above this line, having 58 PRAs and 53. So obviously, if he gets us over the 50 PRA, we would love to see that. But all we need is 42 PRAs from him here tonight. Also, over the last 15 games, OKC is allowing the 3rd most rebounds per game and the most assists per game to opposing point guards. So all in all, I think it should be a favorable matchup. Scoring-wise, we already know what Steph Curry could do. He could easily drop 40, 50 on any given night. And since this is a big game here tonight against OKC, I expect them to step up. Now, like I just mentioned, the Warriors are tied with the Clippers for that 5th seed, but the Clippers own the tiebreaker, so they're the 6th seed, and they're only a half game up on the Lakers and Pelicans. So, again, they definitely going to need a dub here tonight, and I think Steph Curry is going to be one of the main reasons they get it. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my 5th pick. For my 6th and last pick, I'm going to be going to the points, back to the points and rebounds category, and I'm going to be going down to the Nets and Timberwolves game. And I'm going to be taking Karl-Anthony Towns over 29 and a half points and rebounds. Now, there isn't much stats to go off of, as we know Cat has missed pretty much the entire season due to that calf injury. But he has come back since that injury. It's been 6 games. So every game he's been ramping up his minutes, been getting his conditioning right. And I think he's going to step up here tonight, as this is another big game for both of these teams. The Nets are trying to keep that 6th seed and avoid a play-in game. And the Timberwolves are currently the 9th seed, only 1 game up on the on OKC, who are the 10th seed. So also, Cat, I believe, in this game is gonna pretty much cause a lot of matchup problems for the Nets, as you know they start Rudy Gobert next to Cat, and the Nets really don't have big bodies to throw at him. I mean, they have Dorian Finney-Smith, they have Cam. They have Mikal Bridges. Yeah, they're all long, but we all know what Cat can do. He's a beast. He's 7 foot. He's just going to create a lot of matchup problems, I believe, for the Nets, as they don't have anybody to really guard him. And if they decide to throw Claxton at him, then obviously who's going to, stop Gobert from downloading the paint, from, getting rebounds and tip-ins and things like that. So I think Cat should have a big game here tonight and get us, 30 points and rebounds. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my 6th and last pick. So that's going to be it, y'all, for my top 6 picks. Just to recap, we're taking the over on all of our picks. As always, if you guys agree with any of my plays, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. And also here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So I'm going to be placing a $5.80 different entry, should I say, for the possibility of winning $145. So I'm going to go ahead and place that entry. And that's going to be it for today's video, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get this money.